All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Eddie Wineland and Rafael Assunção. Well, he has spent the bulk of his UFC career in bantamweight contention. Here is the Brazilian Rafael Assunção, now training out of his own gym in the Atlanta, Georgia area. He has turned back a lot of high-level UFC fighters, of course, most notably TJ Dillashaw back in 2013 in what was a fight of the night in Brazil. Rematch with Dillashaw didn't go his way, but as has been the case throughout his career, Rafael Assunção, as he makes this walk tonight, Joe, remains on the cusp of bantamweight title contention.
This guy has one-punch knockout power, and when a fighter has that kind of ability, it's always a big advantage.
Well, when we talk about sound defensive fighters, that conversation oftentimes begins with Dominic Cruz, but I'm going to enter this guy in the discussion because he sticks and moves with the best of them, gets the head off the center line, uses footwork and movement and defense to set up his own offense, and he stays so relaxed in there, Joe, because his defense is that sound and uses that defensive movement to create offensive angles. Very, very smart, sound defensive fighter who uses that to his advantage and figures to do that again tonight.
This guy is an excellent striker. What he wants to do here is avoid grappling exchanges, utilize his outstanding striking skills, and keep this fight from becoming a ground fight.
And now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Assunção is 2 years the elder. Wineland will have a 3-inch reach advantage. All right, now to get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds of the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Rafael Assunção! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a kickboxer, holding a professional record of 23 wins, 12 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Chesterton, Indiana, Eddie Wineland! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, our third man in the octagon. Well, this is a venue as long on MMA history as any in the world. The Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan. Good to have you with us for a night of live UFC action. Lands the jab.
And right behind it.
Nice defense there. Huge block.
Doing an excellent job blocking here.
And he connects there. Oh, huge block. Assunção gets lit up by that uppercut.
He's doing a very nice job protecting his head here.
Blocks the shot.
And there's a nice straight right. He is really finding his range with that uppercut.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Joe. As soon as he went to the uppercut early in this fight, he has found a location for it.
He's going to try to take the back. Oh, he got reversed.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Look at that transition.
3 minutes to go.
Big punch from the top. He postures into place. Excellent sweep, winds up in guard. Very nice sweep. He's got the over-under. He's switching to the armbar. He's got that armbar locked up. He's got it. He wants to lean back and break that arm free. It's very close here. Grabs a hold of that leg so he can't defend. Just absolutely incredible. It was a beautiful job setting up that submission, and once he got it, the fight was over.
Yeah, that is high-level stuff out of him there, Joe, to finish the submission. It's one thing to get the dominant position. It's another thing to close the show, and he certainly did that here tonight. That's a big one.
And here's the end of the fight. And here we see it from another angle. Beautiful technique here, and the tap. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki's called a stop for this contest at 3 minutes of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out,
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and how good was that? I mean, you talk about maximizing a UFC showcase, and that's a great example of doing just that. You see him sharing a moment here with his coaches, his training partners, and you can be sure that with the hard work done and the hay in the barn, that these guys are going to be celebrating deep into the night after a submission win like this. It is a bantamweight matchup between Aljamain Sterling and Dominick Cruz. The consensus greatest bantamweight in the history of mixed martial arts here is the former UFC bantamweight champion, Dominick Cruz. You know about the injury history. You know about the comeback. Not sure there's been any better feel-good story in the history of the UFC than to see Dominick Cruz come back from 3 years on the shelf and then later win his title back. Dominick Cruz still going strong here at 31 years old.
Cruz uses a lot of unpredictable and unorthodox striking. He's got great head movement and endless cardio. He also comes in with significant championship experience.
Representing Serra-Longo Fight Team, here is the former collegiate wrestling standout, the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling. Outstanding all-around game, Joe. He uses his length well. Striking defense has been on point. Sometimes has been a little bit tentative on the feet, still developing in a lot of respects when it comes to his all-around MMA game, but he's got the Funk Jitsu going. Outstanding kickboxer. He will look to put it all together here tonight.
This guy has some of the best throws I have ever seen in all my years of commentating. His timing, his delivery, and the power in which he delivers these techniques is beautiful to watch.
All right, now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. Cruz is 4 years his senior. He is 1 inch taller. Sterling will have a 3-inch reach advantage. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of San Diego, California, Dominick the Dominator Cruz. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 14 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Uniondale, New York, Aljamain Funk Master Sterling. And with the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
The veteran Herb Dean draws the assignment here.
Ready.
All right, so this UFC Grand Prix tournament is coming up next. This format has been all the rage with a lot of the hardcore mixed martial arts fans out there. Sort of an homage to the history of UFC and Pride with a single-night tournament game event here. And let's see who can be the last man standing here tonight. Cruz gets tagged by that straight punch. Nice land for the offense there.
Oh, big kick.
Wow!
Rocked right here. He's trying to stay up. Oh, look at this. Who saw that coming?
Now goes in and secures the takedown.
Perfectly timed sweep. He's in half guard. Oh, and reversed. Reversal here, and into full guard. And he winds up on top. Hits the reversal here, and into full guard. He takes it back. He tries to pass here, but gets shut down. Perfectly timed sweep. He transitions back to half guard.
Sterling gets in the clinch.
Works the double underhooks here.
Well, that's how you draw it up. Nice trick to secure the takedown.
He's going to try to take the back, I think.
Under 2 minutes to go now in our opening round.
Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy.
Here.
He's got the arm here. Now he's going to throw his leg over. It looks like this submission's locked. Throw the leg over the face. Look at this, though. Oh! Oh, this is not good at all. He got it. He got it. Nicely done. A beautiful job in setting up this armbar. Excellent technique.
Yeah, that's about as good as he's looked in the grappling realm, and he stayed focused on the arm bar. He kept going back to the well for it, and ultimately, in the middle of this fight, he gets the tap. That is a big finish for that young man here tonight.
And one more time from this angle, we can see that arm bar locked in tight for the tap. And let's watch it here one more time. Deep submission and the tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight. Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 5 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Aljamain Punkmaster Sterling.
Well, what a submission win for this oncoming force here tonight. I think he's going to be a problem for a lot of fighters in this division. Tonight, though, is all about the celebration after getting the finish that he so sought. Coming in here tonight, you see how happy his coaches are, his training partners. This is going to be a fun night for this team and one that they have richly deserved. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Thomas Almeida and Demetrious Johnson. So another massive moment for the UFC's only flyweight champion, Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson, here tonight. The only flyweight champion in UFC history has kept it going. He has evolved every step of the way, and it is going to take an unbelievable championship performance to dethrone the greatest 125-pound fighter of all time.
Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson is the king of the lightest weight class in the UFC. And because of that, he has to face the fastest, most technical fighters in mixed martial arts. And of all of them, he is the very best.
Well, it's a rare skill for a fighter to be able to stand in the pocket and avoid taking significant damage. But if you've watched the film on this young fighter, that's exactly what he's able to do. He frustrates and exhausts his opponents, and he stays pretty relaxed because he's so defensively sound. He uses movement and defense to set up his offense. Consummate sticker and mover. He gets his head off of the center line, and even when you think you have him in a compromising position, more often than not, he's able to swivel that head and get out of harm's way.
Apparently, he worked tremendously hard on cardio for this camp.
Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Almeida is 26. Johnson is 31. Almeida is 4 inches taller. He will have a 4-inch reach advantage. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds of the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 27 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Parkland, Washington, USA, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer, holding a professional record of 22 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Thomas Tominhas Almeida! And when the action begins, our referee in charge will be Dan Miragliotta.
So Dan Miragliotta shares the cage.
You ready? You ready?
While the UFC live events keep on coming, we are underway from the world-famous Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan. Arguably the fastest fighter on the roster, Whoa! He's gotten hurt here.
Hard straight punch. Oh, very nice.
Left hand lands flush over the top.
Beautiful inside leg kick.
How about that shin? Oh, big roundhouse attempt, but unable to land.
They're going after it quick here.
Oh, he moved right into that uppercut, Joe. That is not a good look and not something that he can afford to do here moving forward. Well, they've made all the right reads here tonight, and there's another one. Beautiful read on the leg strike as he catches it and then returns fire with a punch of his own. So they have got the timing down here at this point of the fight. Patented front kick there by Almeida.
Clean punch.
Oh, he...
High kick! He hurt him!
Wow!
He's out!
And just like that, the fight is over.
Perfectly placed strike to end the fight.
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, Joe, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming, so a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages.
Let's take a look at that again. Check it out again. Ba-boom!
So a seminal moment for him here tonight as he gets the huge knockout victory. That could hold up as one of the better knockouts of the year. Now we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Miragliotta is calling a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 11 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Thomas Tominhas Almeida!
So just the way he drew it up here tonight, what a monumental moment and knockout to get his hand raised here tonight. He kept the judges out of it. He has certainly set himself up for a major opportunity here moving forward. But you can be sure tonight is about this knockout. He'll be celebrating deep into the night with his friends, his family, his coaches. Congratulations on a big KO tonight. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Johnny Eduardo and Marlon Moraes. Very interesting stylistic matchup forthcoming here. You gotta think this fighter is trying to figure out how to get the fight to the ground at all costs to use his beautiful guard-cutting ability. Cuts it as well as anybody in this division. And it's not just the technique, it's the athleticism that allows him to be so successful and get that advantageous position on the ground. A lot of guys just haven't seen seamless transitions like the ones brought to the table by this young man. We'll see if this fight goes to the canvas, if he has the advantage we expect him to have. All right, so an interesting stylistic clash in front of this young fighter here tonight. You gotta think he's trying to figure out how best to get this fight to the ground and use his ability to pass. This guy cuts the guard with the best of them. Great technique, but also a plus athlete. And he's not afraid to lean on that athleticism and do some unorthodox things to better position himself on the ground.
This guy has incredible takedowns. The speed in which he delivers them and the power in which he executes them are world class.
And now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Eduardo is 10 years his senior. He will have a 4-inch reach advantage. Now for the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 20 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Toms River, New Jersey, USA, Marlon Magic Moraes. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 28 wins, 11 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Johnny Eduardo. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki draws the assignment here.
First round, you ready? Are you ready?
Well, so much mixed martial arts history has been made within these very walls. We're always thrilled to come back. Great to have you with us as we broadcast live from Saitama Super Arena here in Japan. It's been a lifetime of striking for Johnny Eduardo. His father had a Kung Fu academy. He began striking at 7 years old with karate and taekwondo.
Nice shot.
Muay Thai clinch now, Joe. A lot of damage can be done here.
Back to over-under control.
Nice, gets the early takedown.
Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position. Oh, look at that. Big punch from the bottom.
Elbow up top by Marlon Moraes.
He's got his back.
Going for that patented rear naked choke now.
Now there's the body triangle. Tightens down the breathing. Now he switches it to the full rear naked choke.
And this might just be a matter of time.
Oh
and
my God! Great job, didn't waste any time, took this fight to the ground and got the early submission.
Well, yeah, Joe, that was fun while it lasted. He told us he wanted to be at his most efficient here tonight. He certainly didn't waste a lot of time. He knew he wanted to get the fight to the ground. He gets the early takedown, and the submission follows shortly thereafter.
And here we can see it again. Cuts off the blood supply, and you can see the fighter go limp. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight, Joe Rogan, as he gets the win by way of submission. Certainly one of the bigger wins of his career, and as big a statement as he could have made here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki's called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 57 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke, Marlon Magic Moraes.
Well, at this point, all that is left is the celebration, and it's nice to see this fighter sharing a moment with his coaches and training partners after the big submission win here tonight. He had no shortage of naysayers coming in. A lot of people said he couldn't come in here and submit a foe of this quality. Well, that should mute the masses a little bit. That should set him up for a big fight moving forward. Tonight, though, as I mentioned, all about the celebration, and it is on in the corner. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Yuri Alcantara and Cody Garbrandt. With 9 career wins by knockout, 7 in the first round, here's the former UFC Bantamweight champion, Cody No Love Garbrandt. He was 25 years old when he was strapped with that UFC title, and Garbrandt still going strong here in this top 5. Really a lot of plus skills in every area of mixed martial arts. Cody Garbrandt making the walk once again.
This guy has insanely fast kicking speed and ridiculous leg dexterity. If you are close enough for him to kick you, you've got a real problem on your hands.
So as this confident young fighter makes his walk to the octagon, you can be sure his inner monologue is, how do I get this opponent to the mat? Because once I get him down, I know I can keep him there, potentially for the duration of the round, if not the fight. This guy's top game is scary good, and it's not just about getting you down, it's about using his weight to keep you there. Great hips as well.
This guy has an amazing ability to control fighters from the top position. Once he gets there, that is where the fight will remain.
All right, now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. The American is 26. The Brazilian is 37. He is 1 inch taller. He will have a 6-inch reach advantage. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting at the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record of 11 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, Cody No Love Garbrandt. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 36 wins, 9 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Guadalajara, Brazil, Yuri Marijuana Alcantara. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta, your referee.
Ready? Are you ready?
Well, how good is this? Reminds me of the good old days of Pride, the UFC Grand Prix single night tournament. This has been highly anticipated by fight fans around the world. And remember, if you sustain damage, that could affect you later on in this one-night tournament. Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Able to land with the body there with the left kick.
Good combination. Beautiful right hand. He hit him with the hook.
Huge right hand!
This could be it. Oh, look at this. Who saw that coming? Look at this. Takedown. Excellent movement here on the ground. Tries to pass, but can't.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round one.
Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground, staying busy. He's back to side control. He's gonna step over, full mount now. He establishes back control.
Garbrandt gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there.
Nice shot to the head.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Alcantara.
Nice reversal here. Now he's in full guard. He's just looking for a triangle. Grabs his ankle, pulls down on his shin, throws his other leg over. He wants to lock it in place. And he's out. Moved into half guard. Beautiful sweep. Clean hammer fist. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. Side control.
Nice hammer fist.
Big body punch. Beautiful sweep. Working some side control. He's in half guard.
10 seconds now to go in the round.
Oh, he gets reversed.
Horn sounds for the end of round one. And there is the horn. Big 5 minutes for him there. Great round from Garbrandt.
Yeah, that was a big moment in that round, and probably the most significant aspect of the round.
More of that. I want you to go out at the beginning of this round and be aggressive. Be smart.
There it is again. Let's see it one more time.
Jenny Andrade to get us going.
Okay, round two, you ready? You ready?
All right, let's get to round two.
At the end of that round, his opponent was clearly hurt. He's going to look to start this round off fast and try to pick up where he left off. Oh!
Oh, nice counter jab to snap the head back. How about that shin?
Oh! That one hurt him badly. Nice jab.
Switching stances here.
Oh! He's out! This fight is dangerously close to being stopped. Nice takedown. Armbar. He's looking for an armbar here in full guard. What he needs to do, first of all, is pin one of the arms down. Then he needs to scoot his hips, underhook the leg, throw his other leg across the face. Stunning. Stunning, and he really made it look easy. An excellent job in setting up the armbar and getting the tap.
Yeah, Joe, I would agree. High-level stuff, the way he worked there to isolate the arm, secure it, and ultimately force the tap. The armbar finish comes here in this round. Hard to do it much prettier than he did just there.
And one more time from this angle, we can see that armbar locked in tight for the tap. And finally, one more time, no choice but to tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 30 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Yuri Marijuana!
So there he is, your winner by way of submission. And candidly, Joe, I'm not sure this night could have gone any better. He did have some doubters coming in. He said, I got to mute those naysayers. And they're not going to keep quiet unless I can actually get this guy out of there. So mission accomplished. No judges necessary tonight. He gets the submission. And now all that's left is to celebrate with his coaches and training partners. What a moment for this oncoming fighter here tonight. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Jimmy Rivera and John Lineker. Well, there may be no more appropriate moniker for a fighter on the UFC roster than John Hands of Stone Lineker, the bantamweight contender, a guy you don't want to get cracked by. As aesthetically pleasing a style as anybody in his division, John Lineker, with the best power in this division, still trying to bring that UFC championship belt back to Brazil.
This guy has one of the best abilities to take a shot that I have ever seen in all my years of commentating on fights. His chin is truly world class.
So this young fighter making the walk here tonight, and he's a very entertaining fighter. He's very adept at staying in the pocket while avoiding significant damage coming back. Certainly, he's made a career of frustrating opponents, stays relaxed in there, leans on the defense, and uses that defensive movement to set up his own offense. You'll see him move that head off of the center line, counter beautifully, really more of a counter striker offensively. But his defense will wow you, even when the opposition feels like they have him in range. More often than not, they miss and land less than 25% of their significant strike attempts.
This guy has some of the best throws we have ever seen inside the octagon. The speed of his execution and the technique that he uses in the delivery are truly world class.
Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Both fighters are 28. Rivera will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 30 wins, 8 losses. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Paraná, Parana, Brazil, John Hands of Stone Lineker. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 21 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Jimmy El Terror Rivera! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Steve Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
Well, no better way to pay homage to the history of pride in the UFC with this single-night UFC Grand Prix tournament. Some of the best fighters in the world have come out. Let's see who will be the last fighter standing here tonight. Oh, he lands a hook. Big right hand there.
Nailed him with the right hand. Oh! Beautiful kick to the body.
Big body shot.
To the body.
Oh, huge shot there. Oh!
Oh, look at this. Who saw that coming?
He's got him hurt here. Slips the punch. Wow! The left hook hits home.
This could be it right here.
Working on a single leg here. Inside leg kick is there by Rivera.
Oh, big kick to the head.
Nice punch there by Lineker. Overhand attempt now is blocked by Rivera.
Feinting with the punch.
Again, the combinations have been there for him tonight. Oh!
He's hurt. He's in big, big trouble. Oh,
Looked like it did stun him a little bit.
Well done sweep and winds up in guard. He gets his back. Reversal and into full guard. Slides him over and nice reversal here. Moves into full mount. Awesome control from the top. Mount again. Oh, elbow to the head.
Well, he's been on his back here, but he's actually doing some pretty effective work, Joe. Lands a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done there by John Lineker.
Good punch.
Oh, lands the elbow there from top position. Surprised that one didn't open him up.
Big punch from the bottom. Good defense here on the ground. He's got that one arm trapped. Very nice sweep, winds up in his guard. Looking for a triangle, throws one leg over the shoulder. He's got the leg over the shoulder. Now, he's gonna pull down on his shin. Looks like he's got that triangle locked into place and very tight. He's got the knee over the ankle, pins down.
Getting tighter.
That triangle is locked in deep. He may have to tap any second now. Outstanding. Round was almost over, but he sunk in the submission and got the victory.
Yeah, you've got to admire the focus and the commitment to getting the finish. You could tell he was in hot pursuit of that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it, so he sets it up beautifully, lets it materialize almost organically, and ultimately gets the desired result.
Let's see it one more time. Got the arm in deep under the neck, locked in tight, and it's over before they even get a chance to tap. Let's take a look at it from a different angle.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 44 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, Jimmy El Terror Rivera!
Well, the celebration is on in the corner after the big submission win here tonight. He told us during fight week that he needed to prioritize a finish here. Decisions were not going to be enough to take his career where he wants to take it, and expeditiously. So, gets the submission tonight. Now the celebration is on. There got to be few things in all of pro sports as satisfying than to be able to celebrate a UFC. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Brian Caraway and TJ Dillashaw. A six-time UFC bonus winner and the UFC Bantamweight champion once again. Here is the no-nonsense TJ Dillashaw. For so much of his career, he has fought only elite competition. And at the end of the night, more often than not, it's this man who has had his hand raised, the Bantamweight champ, TJ Dillashaw, TJ Dillashaw.
This guy has incredible takedown defense. Out of all the fighters in the UFC, he's amongst the most difficult to get to the mat.
So as this confident young fighter makes his walk to the octagon, you can be sure his inner monologue is, how do I get this opponent to the mat? Because once I get him down, I know I can keep him there, potentially for the duration of the round, if not the fight. This guy's top game is scary good, and it's not just about getting you down, keeping you there, using the body weight effectively so that you can't get up or use a hip escape. This guy will sap your willpower with the best of them, and more often than not, guys just have to give up and wait for the round to end.
He's an extremely well-rounded mixed martial artist. Fantastic stand-up, great wrestler, and very slick on the ground. He's worked hard to have world-class skills at every aspect of the sport, and there are very few, if any, holes in his game.
And now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Caraway is 2 years his senior. He is 2 inches taller. He will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, TJ Dillashaw! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 21 wins, 8 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, Brian Kid Lightning Caraway. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata.
You ready? You ready?
Here we go. That punch will work right through the guard. Dillashaw gets absolutely torched by that uppercut. That one figures to leave him off. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Trying to establish that jab once again. Lands an outside leg kick of his own.
Good punch.
Well, that kick landed the body beautifully placed right underneath that elbow. Let's see if he makes the adjustments now defensively to avoid open. Slams him down with conviction. Man.
Inside control once again. He's got the mounted crucifix. This is dangerous.
Effective strike there by Caraway. The ground strikes continue to pile up.
He lands a big shot from the bottom.
Just over 3 minutes to go now.
In half guard. He's back to full mount again.
Oh, he's got the arm, Joe, trying to set up an arm bar here.
He pulled his arm out of it. Hip escape, gets out of the full mount. Now he's inside control. Working from the mounted crucifix.
He's inside control now. He goes to the knee to the body, and it's there. And busy as he looks to improve position here.
Trying to spin to the back. Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy. And they're down on the ground. Inside the guard, right away.
Under a minute now to go in the round.
Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position. TJ on top again. He hip escapes, he's out of the full mount. Full guard. Triangle. Grabs his ankle, pulls down on his shin. He's gonna throw that leg over. He's got that. Clamping down with head and arm control, very, very tight. Oh, look at this.
Horn sounds for the end of round.
Let's see some of the action here. And here's another clean shot that lands. And another perfectly placed strike.
All right, here we go, here we go.
see, listen, took a little bit of shots there. Hey, take a look at his eyes. It might be a little bit slow here. It's okay.
The beautiful Jenny Andrade to get us going. Second round here. Dillashaw gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Gotta find a way to move those feet. Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Caraway.
Good combinations here. That one hurt.
Joe, huge block there. The defense is holding up. Well, he's landed some excellent shots in this fight tonight, but more often than not, it has been one and done. So the emphasis now moving forward, combinations. Throw your punches in bunches and really try to force the issue and get your opponent out of it. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Nice jab.
Caraway going for the takedown, he misses. Well, he's playing with fire here, Joe. He continues to be vulnerable to that jab by almost leaning into it right into his opponent's range. Gotta find a way to move those feet and ultimately get that head off of the center line. 3 minutes and change to go in round two. In on a double leg takedown here.
Wow! You gotta be careful there. Don't rush in. Body kick, look at that. Deep danger right now. Deep danger.
Oh, a huge block there. Pretty good shot there.
Oh, man.
Under 2 minutes now to go. Oh, strong punch there by Caraway.
He's back into side control here. And he's got full mount. And full back. Half guard here.
Caraway ground and pound from half guard now.
Excellent posture here.
Under a minute now to go.
He's looking to take the back. And a hammer fist.
To go.
He's working from full mount again.
Nice punch by Caraway. It's the elbow there.
Big shot. He's posturing up here. He's got a half guard here.
2 rounds in the books.
Let's take a look at it again here. Let's see it again. And let's check that out from a different angle.
Great, great. Nice way to finish. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, he's still hurt. When we come out, this is the game plan. Go after him right away.
Carly Baker in the building tonight. Thank you very much.
Final round, you ready?
All right, so here we go. Third and final round.
Now, starting off this round, you've got to think that the barrage that he endured in that last round is still affecting him. He's going to want to start this round off and move and avoid taking any damage.
Level change there. Goes for the takedown. Oh, he slams him to the ground.
In half guard position. Oh, look at that! Look at that transition.
Making all these shots count.
Hip escape, nice hip escape. Excellent posture. He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. Now he gets the full mount again.
Caraway gets caught with that punch.
Good ground and pound.
Dillashaw gets caught with that punch. He's got to figure out a way to get that guard higher, Joe.
Oh, there's a good shot from the bottom. Still holding the back. And back to the mount.
Dillashaw gets caught with that punch. Well, he's no stranger to being in this position. Strong work from the top here by Caraway.
Excellent movement here on the ground. Back in the mount. This is crazy. He's working from his back again.
Just over 2 minutes to go in our third and final round.
Good control here. Guillotine. He's got that guillotine locked in. He might get it here. Look at this. I think this is it.
And there it is.
Outstanding. He got in the choke, refused to tap, and went night-night.
Yeah, great job executing the submission in that fight, Joe. Really excellent work, not just with the setup, but with the transitions and top-level technique to ultimately get the finish and put his opponent unconscious.
And so let's look at it again from another angle. He doesn't even get a chance to tap. And one last time, excellent technique on that choke for the submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That is a finish they will likely be talking about for some time. Big win, major statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 55 seconds of the third round. For the winner by submission, TJ Dillashaw!
All right, so TJ Dillashaw becoming very accustomed to having his hand raised inside the octagon, and this tonight was a no-doubter in terms of the performance. This is a guy who many still believe is the best 135-pound fighter to put on the gloves. As good an athlete as there is in this division, plus skills in every facet of mixed martial arts, and they were all on display here tonight. Big win for Team Dillashaw here under the lights. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight clash between the California Kid, Uriah Faber, and Frankie Saenz. All right, talented fighter making the walk here tonight. I will be surprised, Joe, if we see him put on his back at any point tonight. Incredible takedown defense, great balance, very solid base, an outstanding sprawl that's very quick and athletic. And for a lot of fighters, they waste a lot of energy trying to bring this man down. Gotta think the smart approach will be to see if you can get the shot early, but if it doesn't materialize, go to plan B. This guy's takedown defense north of 90%. Some of the best takedown artists in the world have failed to take him down.
This guy can keep a pace that very few human beings can match. His cardio is absolutely outstanding.
Well, you can make an argument these lighter divisions wouldn't even be in the UFC were it not for this man, the newly minted UFC Hall of Famer, the California Kid, Uriah Faber. Outstanding, well-rounded mixed martial artist, known really for his chokes. This is the guy who racked up the submission wins, and a guy who would knock you down and then submit you We'll see what Faber chooses as attack mode tonight.
Uriah Faber is a very experienced fighter with elite-level skills in every aspect of the sport. For a long time, he dominated the WEC featherweight division. He's a gifted athlete with a lot of heart and beautiful submission techniques.
All right, now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. So at least on paper, even matchup here. A lot of similarities across the board, evenly matched when it comes to the numbers. All right, now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 12 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Frankie Saenz! And now, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 34 wins, 10 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, the California Kid, Uriah Faber! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Dan Murgliata.
So Dan Murgliata shares the cage.
You ready? You ready?
All right, so this UFC Grand Prix tournament is coming up next. This format has been all the rage with a lot of the hardcore mixed martial arts fans out there. Sort of an homage to the history of UFC and Pride with a single night tournament game event here. And let's see who can be the last man standing here tonight. Faber lands to the body.
Wow, that was a quick takedown.
Faber's hammer fist is blocked.
Trying to pass here. He hits him with a hammer fist. Excellent sweep. He's in full guard. Posture's up here.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round 1.
Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground. Staying busy.
Lands a punch.
Tries to pass here, but gets shut down.
And busy as he looks to improve position here.
And he gets the clinch.
He pummels, now he's got double on the punch. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Frankie Saenz.
Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy.
Faber gets caught with that punch.
Hip escape. And he's out of the full mount. Nicely done. Now to full guard.
Working on a guillotine.
He's in full guard here, looking for the guillotine choke. What he needs to do is, he needs to wrap his arm around the back of his opponent's head, slide his forearm underneath the chest. That's it! That's it! Use great technique to get the choke and get the win.
Well, yeah, Joe, you could tell he's been working on his submission game. That was really a choke that was set up perfectly. He got it sunk in deep, and his opponent was going to go to sleep if he didn't tap out, so he took the lesser of two evils, and he's forced to tap.
And here's the end. Let's see it again here. Deep guillotine choke, full guard for the tap. And one more time, nice technique here on this submission.
So there he is, your winner by submission, and that's exactly how you put the rest of this division on notice. Looks like this guy could be a factor moving forward in this division. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Is going to stop this contest at 3 minutes, 52 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, the California Kid, Uriah Faber.
All right, so the Cali Kid, Uriah Faber, rises to the occasion on fight night yet again. He was oozing with confidence during fight week, and I think now, Joe, we see why he had it all going on tonight as Faber continues to add to a legacy that landed him in the Hall of Fame in 2017. Congratulations to Uriah Faber. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Rafael Assunção and Aljamain Sterling. Well, a former Saks Fifth Avenue shoe salesman, now one of the best bantamweights on the planet. Here is the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling, representing the Serra-Longo fight team in New York State. And he's been in there with some of the elites in the division. Aljamain Sterling very much has championship aspirations. He is tough, he is creative, outstanding cardio, scrambles with the best of them, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt, and uses the length well on the feet. We'll see what Aljo can do here tonight in what is another big top 10 type of situation.
This guy has tremendous ground technique, and his ability to pass guard and get to a dominant position is elite.
So we get another look tonight, Joe, at the perennial contender. Rafael Assunção comes from a fighting family. His brothers Junior and Freddie, also mixed martial arts athletes. And here's a criminally underappreciated guy. He hasn't been able to get over the proverbial hump at 135 pounds, but Joe, when he's on, this guy is one of the better bantamweights on the planet, night in, night out.
This next guy has incredible takedowns. Both timing, speed, and of course, technique are literally top of the food chain.
Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Assunção is 7 years his senior. Sterling will have a 5-inch reach advantage. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 14 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Uniondale, New York, Aljamain Funk Master Sterling. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 26 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Rafael Assunção. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki.
The referee for this one is Mario Yamasaki. So much MMA history has been made inside this venue, from Pride to the UFC, and we are underway from the world-famous Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. All right, ready to go here, round 1. There is the Funk Master, Aljamain Sterling. In terms of absorbing damage, few guys are harder to hit than this man. We'll see how it goes for Aljo here early round 1.
Really missed with that right hand.
All right, the first round is underway here. You got to watch out for this fighter's powerful overhand punches, can do damage from both sides. And even when fighters know what's coming, oftentimes they are unable to stop. Assunção gets caught with that punch. Oh, and see, there it is. You know the overhand's coming, as we suggested, but you still can't stop it. Landed it beautifully there, and a nice setup to boot. Assunção gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Oh, he left his head wide open to absorb that straight hand. He has shown a vulnerability here by leaning in right into his opponent's range.
Tries to pass, but doesn't make it. And he reverses position.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
And he lands a hammer fist.
He's got it. Full mount.
Good shot to the head. Postures up.
Sterling gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. While the ground and pound.
Wow!
That'll do it!
Tremendous TKO. Great stoppage by the referee.
Yeah, and I think the referee deserves credit for stepping in at the right time. What an outstanding flurry to end this fight. It was the one big strike that started it all. The knockdown was the beginning of the end, and then ultimately that created the opening. He jumped right through it and forced the stoppage.
And here's the end of the fight. We could see it here from another look. These are clean shots that are getting in over and over again. Ground and pound for the TKO finish. And let's see if we could get a better look at that from this angle.
So a huge win by TKO for him here tonight. A seminal moment in his UFC career, and that could hold up as one of the better TKOs of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 44 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO,
Well, you can be sure the celebration will continue deep into the night after this TKO victory here tonight. He told us before the fight he wanted to leave the judges out of it, and that is exactly what he did. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way, but there is nothing that's going to stop this young man from partying here tonight after the monumental TKO victory turned in here inside the octagon. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Thomas Almeida and Marlon Moraes. So as this confident young fighter makes the walk here tonight, he's probably thinking, I'm going to get my opponent to the mat. You know what? He's not going to be able to get up. And I think for a lot of fighters who have dealt with the top game of this young man, they just can't get out from underneath him. He controls you, keeps his weight on you, and he just uses his hips beautifully to maintain a dominant position. Certainly, he has sapped willpower and gas tanks throughout his MMA career, and at times, guys have to give up.
This guy has devastating choking technique. If he can get a hold of your neck, he can close it off like very few in the world.
All right, so here is this defensively gifted fighter. It certainly has some offense as well, but more often than not, that offense is set up by his sound defense. He uses movement beautifully, uses his defense to create offensive angles. This guy can stick and move with the best of the man, and even when you think you have him in a bad position, more often than not, swivels that head off of the center line and counters you right in the jaw. So an outstanding defensive striker, very good counterattacks, and a very interesting matchup in front of him tonight.
This guy is an outstanding striker. What he wants to do is use his defense to keep the fight standing, use the takedown defense and a good solid sprawl, and if he does go to the ground, make sure he gets back up and punishes his opponent.
And now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. 3 years apart, with similar height and some differences in reach. All right, now for the particulars, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Toms River, New Jersey, Marlon Magic Moraes. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 22 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, Thomas Almeida. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Mario Yamasaki.
So Mario Yamasaki, the veteran, draws the opening assignment here. Well, how good is this? Reminds me of the good old days of Pride, the UFC Grand Prix single night tournament. This has been highly anticipated by fight fans around the world. And remember, if you sustain damage, that could affect you later on in this one-night tournament. Almeida gets tagged by the kick there. He couldn't have liked that too much, Joe. Oh! He's got him hurt here.
Oh, big body kick.
Unbelievable.
Powerful right hand. It looks like he's got this submission. He's looking for the triangle choke here. What he wants to do is
Can't hold it.
big shot from the bottom. Let's see if he can pass that half guard. Excellent movement on the ground here. Always trying to better his position. Trying to take the back here.
Oh, right hand is there for him, Joe. 3 minutes to go here, round one. Oh, that hammer fist attempt defended well. It's blocked.
He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. Excellent movement here on the ground. Nice sweep. Establishes full mount here. Look at this. He's out of it. Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground. Staying busy. He's in full guard here. He's looking for the triangle. He's got the leg over the shoulder. Now, he's going to pull down on his shin. It looks like he's got it locked in. He's going to throw that leg over. He's got that. Throw that leg down. Clamping down with head and arm control. Very, very tight. Outstanding.
Will do it.
Outstanding. He got choked, didn't tap in time, and went out.
Well, you've got to admire the toughness, right, to not tap out. Ultimately, he chooses to go to sleep, but offensively, near-perfect execution on that submission. Beautiful transitions, clearly loose with his hips, and everything he did on the ground was near-perfect technique as he ultimately gets the submission win tonight.
And one last time, super tight choke, and he's out. And it's over before he even gets a chance to tap.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight. All right, we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 49 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a triangle choke, Marlon Magic Moraes.
So there he is, your winner by way of submission, and how good was that? I mean, you talk about maximizing a UFC showcase, and that's a great example of doing just that. You see him sharing a moment here with his coaches, his training partners, and you can be sure that with the hard work done and the hay in the barn, that these guys are going to be celebrating deep into the night after a submission win like this. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Yuri Alcantara and Jimmy Rivera. All right, so as this young fighter makes the walk here tonight, you know his inner monologue is, how do I get this opponent down? Because once I get him to the mat, I know I can keep him there. Joe, this guy has a top game as scary as anybody in the game. And when you can control a fighter like that in a fight, it's a great source of confidence. He'll use the body weight to keep you down and prevent any sort of hip escapes because his hips are so strong. Physical freak who will sap your willpower and your gas tank with the best of them.
This guy has ridiculous hand speed. His opponent is going to need to keep his chin tucked and his hands up high.
So as this confident young fighter makes his walk to the octagon, you can be sure his inner monologue is, how do I get this opponent to the mat? Because once I get him down, I know I can keep him there, potentially for the duration of the round, if not the fight. This guy's top game is scary good, and it's not just about getting you down, it's about using his weight to keep you there. Great hips as well.
This guy has some of the best guard passing in all of mixed martial arts. His technique and the speed of his execution is outstanding.
All right, now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age. Some differences in height and reach as well. Now for the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 21 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Jimmy El Terra Rivera! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. A mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 36 wins, 9 losses, and 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Guadalajara, Brazil, Yuri And when the action begins, our referee in charge of this octagon, Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta, your referee.
All right, you ready? You ready? Let's go.
And here we go. Orthodox for much of the fight. He's going southpaw here, Joe. Oh, how about that? He lands a huge kick.
Big kick, but missed.
Well, it's one of the... Oh! Huge right hand!
He's in trouble, he's in trouble. Oh, he got caught. He's rocked. Really threw a lot of power to that uppercut, but missed.
And just like that, the fight is over.
Beautiful knockout here early in the first.
Yes, sir, it goes into the books as a first-round win by knockout, near-perfect execution. The technique was absolutely gorgeous, and again, when you catch a guy early, maybe you're getting him cold before he's had a chance to work up a sweat or even get into the fight a little bit. Those strikes can have a bigger effect, and it certainly did here tonight. Well, what a moment for this fighter here tonight. A massive knockout on the sport's biggest stage. Seminal moment for that fighter tonight. Here is Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Referee Dan Mergliotta has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 4 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jimmy El Terra Rivera!
So there's the man of the moment, just the way he drew it up here tonight as he gets his hand raised and does so emphatically by way of the KO. Perhaps some bonus money is coming his way at the end of the night. I'm not sure. Still a few fights to go. But at the very least, you can be sure his next fight will be a big one, and he will celebrate deep into the night with his teammates, his coaches, and his friends after this monumental victory here under the bright lights tonight. It's a bantamweight matchup between TJ Dillashaw and Uriah Faber. So here's the former WEC featherweight champion and newly minted UFC Hall of Famer, the California Kid, Uriah Faber. Turned pro back in 2003. And I think it goes without saying that were it not for the contributions of Uriah Faber, these lighter weight classes might not even be in the UFC. 17 wins by submission, 9 by rear naked choke, another 7 by guillotine. Some of the best chokes in these lighter divisions, something you can be sure his opponent is acutely aware of coming in here tonight.
Uriah Faber has the full package. Outstanding wrestling, ridiculous cardio, devastating ground and pound, and some of the best submissions in the lightweight classes. He is one of the most loved fighters in the sport today.
So here's the now two-time UFC Bantamweight champion TJ Dillashaw. Had to feel good for him to beat Cody Garbrandt and become the man to beat at 135 pounds once again. Dwayne Ludwig certainly deserves a lot of credit for Dillashaw's acceleration as a striker, but he's got the wrestling chops as well, some submission skills to boot. TJ Dillashaw, as well-rounded really as any fighter in the game today, and trying to retain his Bantamweight title once again tonight.
This guy has some of the best arm bars and leg locks we have ever seen inside the octagon. The technique and the speed of his execution are second to none.
Our tale of the tape for this Bantamweight fight. More than 5 years apart, with the same height and reach. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds of the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 34 wins, 10 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, the California Kid, And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, TJ Dillashaw! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Eve Loving.
The veteran Eve Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
Well, no better way to pay homage to the history of pride in the UFC with this single-night UFC Grand Prix tournament. Some of the best fighters in the world have come out. Let's see who will be the last fighter standing here tonight. Dillashaw gets caught by that straight punch. That'll get his attention.
And he looks for the takedown.
Dillashaw gets caught with that punch. Got to shore up the defense here. Oh, he let him go!
He hurt him!
Oh! Big body shot
there, too.
Take a look at the capitalize.
Trying to pass there, but he gets stopped. TJ on top again. Powerful left hand. He hip escapes from the full mount. Now he's in guard. He's going after an arm. He's controlling the forearm. Throws the leg over the face. Now he's got to extend his body. That one hurt.
And there's a takedown attempt.
Double jab. Nice.
Oh, the Superman punches there, Joe. You can tell he's been working on it. Wow! Big body shot.
Body. Reversal. Very nice. He's got full mount here.
Damaging strike there.
He's on top, on the back. Flatten him out. Looking for the rear naked choke. Wants to slide that forearm under the chin to get the choke. That's a deep choke. Any second now, he might have to tap. This rear naked choke is tighter and tighter.
And there it is.
Used excellent technique in getting that choke for the victory.
So yeah, it came down to tap out or go to sleep, and his opponent chose the former. The choke was clearly sunk in deep, perfect technique, and ultimately that is one of the bigger wins of his career. He gets it done by submission here tonight.
And here's the end. And here we can see it again. That's a real tight choke here.
And let's watch it here one more time. Deep submission and the tap.
So a seminal moment for him here tonight, Joe Rogan, as he gets the win by way of submission. Certainly one of the bigger wins of his career, and as big a statement as he could have made here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 50 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, the California Kid, Uriah Faber.
All right, so we congratulate the UFC Hall of Famer, Uriah Faber. This was a clean, complete effort out of the former WEC champ tonight. And at the very least, a win like this serves to put him right back in the title conversation. Big, big W in a career full of them for the California Kid, Uriah Faber. It is a bantamweight matchup between Rafael Assunção and Marlon Moraes. So as this confident young fighter makes his walk to the octagon, you can be sure his inner monologue is, how do I get this opponent to the mat? Because once I get him down, I know I can keep him there, potentially for the duration of the round, if not the fight. This guy's top game is scary good, and it's not just about getting you down, keeping you there, using the body weight effectively so that you can't get up or use a hip escape. This guy will sap your willpower with the best of them, and more often than not, guys just have to give up and wait for the round to end.
This guy has lightning fast hand speed. His combinations come swiftly and from all angles.
So here's the longtime bantamweight staple and contender, Rafael Assunção. Most of his UFC wins have come by way of decision. Perhaps that's been something that has held him back. Had a big fight against TJ Dillashaw at UFC 200 that didn't go his way. More often than not, though, Joe, when this guy is favored to win and expected to beat a fellow bantamweight, he has done so. Rafael Assunção in another big UFC opportunity spot tonight.
This guy has extremely unusual kicking speed. His technique is outstanding, and there is no wind-up to his movement.
And now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight fight. Assunção is 6 years his senior. The rest of the numbers are close. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds of the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record of 20 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Toms River, New Jersey, Marlon Magic Moraes. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the right corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 26 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Rafael Assunção! And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon is Mario Yamasaki.
Mario Yamasaki, third man in the octagon for this one.
You ready? Let's go, come on!
Landed that one.
That one hurt.
Moraes' lower jaw now, Joe, started to show some signs of swelling.
1-2. Very good defense on display here. Very good blocks. Oh, he missed that kick.
Moraes gets the early takedown.
Sweet reversal. Nicely executed sweep, winds up in guard. Lands a good shot from the bottom. He's putting his hands down, On the thighs. He's looking to pass.
Sun Tzu gets the takedown. Now let's see if he chooses to pass here, Joe.
He's moved back to half guard. Trying to hold position for the triangle. Grabs his ankle, pulls down on his shin, throws his other leg over. He wants to lock it in place. He got out of the triangle. And he's going to try to take the back. In full guard here.
And dizzy as he looks to improve position here.
Oh, beautiful elbow. Hip escape, gets out of the full mount. Good control, postures up.
Oh, uppercut lands, and he leaned right into that one, Joe. Left the head wide open there for the taking. Let's see if now that wakes him up a little bit and he learns to get those hands up.
He got tagged there. He's keeping his head protected here. Excellent blocking.
Good body work with that hook by Marlon Moraes. Punches blocked. Straight right is there.
Very nice. There's a single attempt.
Moraes gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up, Joe. A Sun Tzu, and try to further expose what surfaced tonight as an obvious weakness.
Passes to half guard.
30 seconds to go now.
Tries to pass, but cannot. Into full guard. Nice reversal.
Oh, he postures up in a big head strike by Marlon Moraes.
Back to half guard.
5 minutes in the books.
Stop!
Beleza. Você perdeu esse round porque sofreu uma queda atrás da outra. Controla essa agressividade, não vai com tudo pra cima dele. Espera um pouco, faz a finta, tenta ser...
And that's what started everything off, that beautiful jab. And here's another punch that sneaks through. And here's another perfectly placed punch. Very exciting round.
Brittany Palmer in the building tonight.
Here we go. Second round. You ready? You ready?
Second round underway.
He landed a huge uppercut.
Oh! Just out of range with the big right hand. Throwing haymakers out of the exchange. Oh! Nailed it! Man! How about that shin? Oh, he got cracked with the jab there, Joe, and his head is firmly on the center line, the one place he really can't afford to be. He's showing some vulnerability here by leaning right into his opponent's range. Let's see if he can make some adjustments here. Nice jab there by a Sun Tzu. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
He's going to try to take the back, I think.
Moraes' lower jaw is just nasty at this point. Really swollen in that area now.
Oh, that was a big left hand he connected with. He gets into full guard here. Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy. Looking for a triangle, throws one leg over the shoulder. He's got the leg over the shoulder. Now, he's gonna pull down on his shin. He's got it locked in, it's pretty tight. Clamping down with head and arm control, very, very tight. Oh, look at this.
Oh, slams him to the ground, high intensity there. So as his his opponent's attempting a triangle, he's able to change course and get this fight to the canvas. Well played right there. Oh! Huge right hand!
He is rocked.
Oh, he might be out.
Really threw everything into that uppercut, but fell short.
Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round 2, definitely picking up the pace after round 1. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. Double underhooks in the clinch. Under a minute now to go in the round. He's got double underhooks, Joe. Sun Tzu goes to the takedown here and gets it late in the round.
Grabs his ankle, pulls down on his shin. He's gonna throw that leg over. He's got that. He's got the knee over the ankle, pins down. This is getting tighter and tighter. He might have to tap. Wow, that was close. And here we see some beautiful submission offense here.
Let's take a look at it again.
And let's take a look at that from a different angle.
Thank you very much, Carly Baker.
Here we go, let's go. You ready? Are you ready?
Third round underway.
Look for him to go on the attack early in this round, try to pick up where he left off in the last round. His opponent was dazed and in big trouble when that round ended.
Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. But Ice gets the takedown. Useless.
Beautifully executed sweep. Trying to spin to the back. Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position. Beautifully executed sweep. A little bit uneventful.
I'm gonna send you guys up. Come on, we're gonna move.
He's doing a great job of moving and transitioning here on the ground. And he executed a very nice sweep here and wound up in guard.
3 minutes to go in round 3.
Nice sweep. Trying to pass here. Very nice sweep, winds up in his opponent's guard. He's moved to full guard.
Just over 2 minutes to go in our third and final round.
He's looking to take the back. He's got side control. Excellent movement here on the ground. He's mounted him.
Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from bottom.
Excellent sweep, winds up in guard. Reversal here, nicely done. Side control. Excellent movement and transitions here on the ground, staying busy.
But Ice gets in the clinch. So some separation here, Joe. Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of...
Oh! Can he hang on? He's hurt him! Not much time left.
All right, so this one will go to a decision. Should be a clear winner here tonight. He was the dominant fighter really from the opening horn to the closing one. We await the judges' scorecards, but he should get his hand raised here tonight.
Round 3, this is the shot that clearly stuns him right there.
We'll see how the judges saw it. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Marlon Magic Moraes.
Well, he didn't get the finish. He has to settle for the decision nod, but you can be sure he will take it after a pretty outstanding performance here tonight. Doubles up his money, gets the win money as well, and also has set himself up now for a massive fight moving forward. So congratulations to that young fighter on one of the biggest wins of his UFC tenure here tonight. All right, coming up next, it's a bantamweight matchup between Jimmy Rivera and Uriah Faber. So here's the newly minted UFC Hall of Famer, the California Kid, Uriah Faber. You can make an argument that the lighter weight classes would not even be in the UFC without this man. Former WEC featherweight champion, at times came up short on the big stage inside the octagon, but there is no denying the contributions he made to MMA. When you talk about this featherweight division in particular, you won't be able to do it without mentioning the name Uriah Faber.
Uriah Faber is the epitome of the hard-nosed wrestler converted to elite mixed martial arts fighter. The former WEC champion is amongst the best in the world at 135 pounds.
So as this confident young fighter makes the walk here tonight, he's probably thinking, I'm going to get my opponent to the mat. You know what? He's not going to be able to get up. And I think for a lot of fighters who have dealt with the top game of this young man, they just can't get out from underneath him. He controls you, keeps his weight on you, and he just uses his hips beautifully to maintain a dominant position. Certainly he has sapped willpower and gas tanks throughout his MMA career, and at times guys have to give up.
This guy has devastating takedowns. The ability to get his opponent to the mat time and time again has proven to be one of the most effective tools in his arsenal.
All right, now our tale of the tape for this bantamweight scrap. More than a decade separates these two fighters when it comes to the age, and they both possess a similar height and reach. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 34 wins, 10 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California, the California Kid, Uriah Faber! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the right corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 21 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Jimmy El Terror Rivera! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean draws the assignment here.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Well, Joe, you can even sense the history just walking into the venue tonight. Good to have you with us as we get underway from the world-famous Saitama Super Arena in Saitama, Japan. The California Kid, Uriah Faber, ready to go here in round 1. His last first-round stoppage win against Ivan Menjivar. That was back in UFC 157 in 2013. So much champion.
Oh! Beautiful takedown.
And Dizzy as he looks to improve position here.
Hammer fist.
Trying to take the back here.
He's got one leg in between them, so he's in half guard here.
Excellent movement on the ground here. Constantly moving, constantly staying busy. Side control again.
Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one.
Nice left hand. He's now working from side control again. Excellent movement on the ground here, always trying to better his position.
Moves into north-south.
He's looking for the windshield wiper choke. That choke is locked up. Look at that, that is high-level ground game there. This choke is getting tighter and tighter. He may have to tap. Outstanding. Got caught in the choke, didn't want to tap, and went to sleep.
Yeah, that's high-level jiu-jitsu there, and I know going into this fight, he felt like he was going to have to be near perfect with his grappling and his transitions to force a tap, and he did one better here tonight. He forced the nap, so great technique to get the finish, and ultimately he is your winner by way of submission.
Let's see it one more time. Got the arm in deep under the neck, locked in tight, and it's over before they even get a chance to tap. And here we see it again. Beautiful submission victory.
So there he is, your winner by submission tonight, and that is how you put the rest of the division on notice. A huge result for him here tonight. The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 54 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission, the California Kid, Uriah Faber!
All right, so the Cali Kid, Uriah Faber, rises to the occasion on fight night yet again. He was oozing with confidence during fight week, and I think now, Joe, we see why he had it all going on tonight as Faber continues to add to a legacy that landed him in the Hall of Fame in 2017. Congratulations to Uriah Faber. All right, coming up next, it is a UFC Bantamweight Championship fight between Magic Marlon Moraes and Uriah Faber. All right, so here he is, the #1 bantamweight contender, looking to leave as the UFC bantamweight champion of the world. And if you talk to fans and odds makers, a lot of people believe that this guy will leave as the new champion. Has the skills to do it, has the winning streak that has positioned him for this type of opportunity. But now, fighting the #1 guy in the world, we'll see if those skills translate, Joe. The #1 contender looking to leave tonight as the new UFC bantamweight champion.
Faber's been one of the premier fighters in the smaller weight classes for years. He was a dominant featherweight champion back in the WEC, great stand-up, and a ton of natural athleticism. He's tough as nails, too, and can fight through tremendous adversity.
Well, he has successfully defended the title, and that is the goal in front of him yet again tonight. The UFC's bantamweight champion of the world. And not only does he believe he is the best right now, he believes he is the best 135-pound fighter of all time. If you want to be in that class tonight, certainly one this young man has got to have.
The champion is in focus right now. He's making his way towards the cage. His training for this bout has been perfect. Everything ran according to plan. He believes he has a solid game plan, and he's ready to step in here and retain his title.
Our tale of the tape for this bantamweight championship fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, and they have the same height and reach. All right, to get us started now, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, the referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Robin. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the Saitama Super Arena in Tokyo, Japan. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 34 wins, 10 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Sacramento, California. Introducing the challenger, the California Kid, Uriah Faber!
UFC belt on the line. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back.
All right, here we go. I am fired up for this fight. It's been a long time coming, and they're finally going to get after it.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
Scheduled for 5 rounds if need be. All right, so here we go with this UFC Bantamweight.
He hurt him! Oh, very nice.
Oh!
Huge uppercut misses.
Oh, nice punch there by Marlon Moraes. Now a level change. Moraes' head kick is blocked. No damage there. Oh, he moved right into the kick there. A kick to the head lands, and he's shown a susceptibility to that in fights prior. You can't lean into those power shots. Let's see if he can circle out and make the adjustments here. That's some good takedown defense right there. Single leg attempt, no good. Splits the guard and connects with the punch. Try to establish that jab. Moraes gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. Just out of range with that right hook. Nice punch by Moraes. Faber's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling.
Both hooks in. Oh, beautiful, beautiful right hand by the champion. Excellent sweep. Oh, reversal. Beautiful job defending the position. Nice.
Under 2 minutes now to go in round 1.
Neither guy doing much at this point.
Punch there by Faber. Moraes gets pounded here on the ground, the elbow doing most of the damage there. Under a minute now to go.
Now he's in full mount. Yeah, that did hurt. You saw the wince.
Nice combination of elbows there by Faber.
Big punch from the top.
Oh, lands an elbow. Didn't open him up, but very well could have.
Attacking with the arm bar. He's got the arm here. Now he's going to throw his leg over. He's got it locked up. Throw the leg over the face. It's very close here. Break the grip. He may have to tap any second now. This arm bar is very tight. That's it.
We'll do it.
Round's about to end. Sunk in that submission and got the victory.
Right, I mean, how do you not admire the focus of this young fighter? You can tell he was looking for that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it. He stayed patient, let the setup do its thing, and ultimately the submission materializes organically late in the round. High-level stuff out of that young fighter here tonight.
And here we see it again from another angle. Isolates the arm, locks it in, and forces the tap. And finally, one more time, no choice but to tap.
Well, there he is, the UFC Bantamweight champion of the world. He looked absolutely unstoppable here tonight. His opponent had no answers as he eventually gets the championship victory by submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 58 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, and new undisputed UFC Bantamweight champion of the world, the California Kid,
Well, there's a new sheriff in town. There he is, the new UFC Bantamweight champion of the world. And what a way to get the job done here tonight as he submits the reigning, defending UFC Bantamweight champion. This is what you love to see. Somebody get belted in the UFC for the first time. The celebration is on in the corner of the new king of the 135-pounders.